Hello and welcome to Northside Speaks. I'm your host, Lori Salazar. Today I'm joined by NISD School Board President Katie Reed, here to tell us about the goals and accomplishments of our school board. Now, I should say Katie has been serving our community since 1990, and she is currently on her sixth term as school board president. Welcome, Katie. Thanks for being here.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for asking.
So with this, you have had so many accomplishments on your own. Give us a brief rundown, because I mean, you've been recognized for so many things. Tell us a little bit about this and how it got started.
Well, actually, I was recruited to run for the school board. It wasn't something that I set out to do, but I was a teacher at one time. But because we moved so many times, I gave up my teaching career and stayed home and fixed up one house after another and had a couple of children. But when we moved to San Antonio in 1973, my children were in school here in Northside and went all the way through schools here. So I've always kept in tune with it. And when these people came who were board president, I'll take that back, school board members, current and in the past, and asked me if I would consider running, I thought, you know, some of the things I have done up to now certainly would have prepared me for that role. So I said yes, but not thinking I would still be here doing this 25 years later, or 26 years later actually this year. But I have seen so many changes that have occurred in Northside over those years. Back when I first ran, we ran as at large in the school district. So everybody that lived in Northside got to vote on every place on the board. So it was very different in those days. And one of the first things that we really went through was going to single-member districts in Northside because we lost a couple of good board members. And that was probably one of the major things that happened early on in those years.
I see. Now, something that is very obvious to our community is you all always put up a united front, and you work so well together, and such a professional group of volunteers working for the betterment of our children and our schools. Tell me about that, because obviously we all come with our own ideas and difference of opinions at times, but in the end, you keep that one goal in mind. It's all about the children.
It is all about the children, for sure, and that's always something that we talk about with the board. And actually, we are a team of 8 because the superintendent is included in that team. So I'm actually on my 5th superintendent because I've been here so long. But every time we have new board members elected, even before they're elected, we start a process of having them come for orientations about Northside and what the expectations would be if they were elected, and getting them informed, because we don't want candidates out there talking and saying incorrect information about Northside School District. So it's a process that starts very early on and then continues after they come on the board. We have mentors for each board member that comes on, which is actually something I also instituted way back when. And so the board member will sit next to their mentor at the table, and if they have any questions, they will be filled in on how things are going. And we make sure that everybody understands all the way through what the whole process is about, and the decisions are all made by what is best for our students.
And as a result of that, you have had numerous accomplishments as a board altogether.
Right. I think we've been recognized quite frequently, actually. It started sort of with the Broad Prize for Excellence in Education about 12 years ago, and that's a national prize. We didn't win the top prize, but we were one of 5 finalists in the country. And we were very proud of that. We actually went to Washington, D.C. for that award. And then we also received the very first year HEB awarded school districts in Excellence in Education for our school board. We've had excellent teachers in Northside that have been honored. And the Association of Administrators in the state of Texas has also recognized Northside as a finalist as one of the best. And in return, we have recognized our superintendents, because it doesn't work unless you're all really working together.
And as a result of all that, you all continue to set goals every year.
Yes, we developed actually operating procedures for our board. One of the first things that we did after we went to single-member districts, we said we will have operating procedures as to how we will work, and everyone must agree to them. In other words, we're not going to add a new one if only 5 people want it.
Right.
Everybody has to agree. And then every summer we sit down with the superintendent also and develop the goals that will be utilized in the coming years sometimes, and sometimes it's longer than 1 year. So we do have goals that we really do aim for.
Okay, Katie, I want to thank you for joining us here today. I also want to let our viewers know that they can review some of those goals on our website, the Northside School website there. There's a listing of for just our board,
Yeah.
as well as all of our departments and everything. Katie, thanks so much for being here, and thank you for your continued service to our students here at Northside.
Thank you. My pleasure to be here.
Thank you. And thank you for joining us. We will see you next time on Northside Speaks.